And just like that, NBA All-Star Weekend is over and the verdicts are in. And would you believe everybody is shitting on it once again? The crazy thing about this is that nobody's taking responsibility for how bad that the NBA All-Star Weekend has become. The players don't take responsibility for not playing hard. The fans don't take responsibility for not voting in people who would actually care. The NBA owners and execs aren't taking responsibility for giving everybody gimmicks. The analysts aren't taking any responsibility for constantly shitting on every aspect of the weekend. Let's just do a recap from Sunday to Friday. Sunday's the big game. You know, everybody's hyped to see all the NBA All-Stars play against each other, hoping that they would play hard as hell, compete like back in the 80s, apparently, when Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins were getting paid $75 a quarter. This year, they scrapped the regular game and went for a 4-team format, which consisted of Team OGs picked by Shaq versus the International All-Stars led by Charles Barkley. Candace Parker had a team from the Rising Stars competition, and Kenny had Team Knockneat. The 4 teams played till 40. Why? No one knows. You couldn't tell me. So that means even if you win, you got to sit down for a good, 30 minutes. It wasn't good television, I'll say that. The OG team pulled it out because they didn't want to lose to the young guns, which makes sense, pride and ego kick in. But still, people are like, they didn't play hard enough. I don't know if you've ever been to a charity, anything. No one goes hard for the charities. They show up, but they're not out there to break a sweat. We're here to take pictures and shake hands. There were people that were mad that LeBron James didn't play in this game, despite him being in his 22nd year as an NBA professional, despite him being in the All-Star game 20 years in a row, despite him playing in the Olympics and winning the USA a gold medal this summer, despite him being 40 years old and his son is on his team. This is where we draw the line. How dare he miss this fake basketball game that we're going to complain about no matter what? He's no king of mine. The nerve of us. Draymond Green was upset because apparently he had to work hard to become an all-star. Why do the rising star kids get to play on Sunday? Because they're not going to punch anybody in the dick. How about that, Draymond? You average a triple single. It is atrocious that you were even considered an all-star any year that you've ever played basketball professionally. Yet you're the person that's sounding off about who deserves to be in the game or not. The irony of it all. Now, if you ask me why players don't play hard, besides just it being a fake game that means nothing to anybody, I believe all you have to do is go back to an Olympic exhibition game in Las Vegas. We got the best of the best representing the stars and stripes when tragedy struck and snapped Paul George's leg in two. This game really didn't mean nothing. This was a souped up practice in front of people. And now this man's career is going down the drain. And Paul George has made a lot of money, but we can go back to that moment when Paul George broke his leg on a meaningless game and stopped becoming the Pacers franchise player, sending him to OKC, then sending him to the Clippers, and now the 76ers. All from that one incident. You don't think that plays in players' minds? I fell off a Lime scooter one time. I get shivers every time I see one on the streets. Do you think I want to throw away my career to play in front of Mr. Beast? All-Star Weekend has literally turned into 2K, where everything is brought to you by something and somebody. And you know that there's a bunch of money being thrown around, yet you want them to play hard? Make it worth their while. And I don't mean $5 million. I'm talking about 25 of them things. Each player, I guarantee them 7 motherfuckers will go as hard as possible. You put the money on the table, but you're not, because you're greedy, Nosferatu. Well, maybe the events leading up to Sunday were better. Nope. They're actually worse. We had Matt McCollum coming back to defend his 2-time NBA dunk contest championship. That was nice. They even gave him a real NBA jersey this year instead of having him out there in one of them G League jerseys. And he electrified everybody in only ways that Air Bud could do. When you see that little tiny tyke jump up in the air with his golden retriever hair flapping in the wind and his little headband and his Popeye the Sailor Man face, giving it everything he's got, and slamming the ball in the hole like Zac Efron in High School Musical. It brings a baby tear to everybody. But it's not enough. If I want to see 9-to-5ers do stuff, I just go to the park. It's the All-Star Weekend. Where are the stars? I love Stephen Cancel, but he is not a star. They had Andrew Jackson out there making an ass of himself. And we don't even know the other guy's name on the Bulls. He's on the Bulls. Why is he here? When the biggest star in the three-point contest is Damian Lillard, we have a problem. Not that Damian Lillard isn't a star like that. But him by himself? Did you watch any of those Blazer games? I'll answer for you. It's no. He can't do it on his own. The fact that more stars played in the skills challenge than dunk contest and three-point contest combined is sad. So that was bad, but maybe Friday was a good night. Nope. Friday might have been the worst night out of them all. I had to watch Matt McCollum put on his actual jersey from the G League. He put it right over his UPS uniform. Got eliminated immediately. I wouldn't name the teams, but it doesn't matter. Whoever cared about the Rising Stars game?